Are you looking for the best spatulas in your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best spatulas. I made this list based on their price, quality, durability and more. To find out more information about this product, you can check out the description below and also make sure you subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the Helens Asian Kitchen Stir-Fry Spatula. When it comes to spatulas, Rosner says her main criterion is how flimsy or firm the edge is. And this angled wooden bamboo spatula has an edge that's firm enough to break some ingredients apart, she says. The edge of a wooden spatula is usually firmer than a silicone-tipped utensil, but it still won't scratch the non-stick lining of a pan. That makes it particularly great for scraping up the precious browned bits you need for a gravy, or for breaking up ground beef so it browns. Bamboo construction is easier to deal with than some woods. It's durable, but it doesn't require frequent oiling or maintenance. The only drawback is that it's better to hand wash them than put them in the dishwasher, where the wood might split and crack. Moving on at number 4. We have the Mercer Culinary M18340 Helens Handle Heavy Duty Turner Spatula. When Miller's restaurant turned into a cheesesteak pop-up called Friswit during the pandemic, he discovered Mercer's Helens Handle Heavy Duty Turner. For years, I was using this basic grill spatula with a wooden handle, Miller says. I hired a cook who asked to bring in his own, and it was a revelation. It has a heat-proof handle and is contoured. If you're using it as a short-order cook, it's much more comfortable and you can cook better with it. Even if you're not dealing with a lunch rush, the heavy-duty turner is practical for scooping up larger pieces of food a fish spatula couldn't handle, like steaks or vegetables on a grill or griddle, but it's also useful on a stainless steel pan with more surface area. Not to be dramatic about it, but this thing is the Ferrari of spatulas, Miller says. If you're in need of a turner for eggs, look into the Tovolo silicone turner, a top pick from a previous version of this story that has a similar stainless steel and silicone construction. According to reviewers, its angled, silicone head is particularly handy for keeping yolks intact when flipping. At number 3, we have the Cuisinart Mini Spatulas. Both Miller and Baldwin recommend getting an all-silicone spatula with a smaller head to scrape out jars and containers. Miller says he lives and dies by them, as they're especially valuable when consolidating containers. If you just use a spoon, you could be left with a whole portion's worth of product in a quart container, he says. But mini spatulas get into every corner, which means they save us money. Miller recommends Cuisinart's mini spatulas, which come in a set of 3 and have 3 slightly different angles to allow him to get into, literally any crevice in the kitchen. Or you could reach for the Up-Good silicone mini spatula writer Julie Vadnal swears by, which has an even longer handle for fitting into tall, slim jars. At number 2, we have the Tavolo heat-resistant all-silicone spatula. Tavolo also makes an excellent all-silicone spatula, one that Kieran Baldwin, chef instructor at the Institute of Culinary Education, prefers. They have some kind of armature on the inside that's better than others, Baldwin says of her classic flat Tavolo, adding that its handle is also unbreakable. It's great for stirring, folding, and stir-frying. They're heat-resistant, which I love, and they have a fine edge so it can clean the side of a bowl easily. I've used Tavolo spatulas, and I like them, too. The nylon core means that they're a bit more rigid than the Gur, which some cooks prefer. Plus, because the Tavolo runs a few dollars less than the Gur, it's a good option if you're going to buy multiple. Most home cooks can get away with one, but if you bake a lot, having one spatula dedicated to sweets is a good idea because silicone can sometimes pick up smells or stains. If you're looking for a highly rated, one-and-done set, try the Tovolo Seamless Series 3-piece silicone spatula set, which appeared in a previous version of this story. One reviewer who had agonized over various single spatulas before settling on this set, says this 3-pack covers all the use cases I could imagine. And finally at number 1, we have the Gur Ultimate Silicone Spatula. There are several categories of spatulas. You've got your scrapers or stirrers for say, sautéing onions or loosening the brown bits from the bottom of a pan. There are flippers or turners, which you use to get under a steak or a fried egg. And there are spreaders, which allow you to smooth out cake batter or make sure the surface of a quiche is even. Ideally, you want a few tools to do those jobs, but if you could only pick one, every expert I talked to would choose a one-piece silicone spatula. And the best one-piece silicone spatula is the GUR Ultimate Silicone Spatula, which performs all of the functions listed above: flipper, scraper, and spreader. The GUR is made of 100% silicone and is heat-resistant to 550 degrees, meaning that it can easily tackle anything you have on the stovetop. It has a fine edge but a sturdy core, cleans easily, and comes in 21 different colors. The GUR is just a really solid overall spatula, says Kelsey Youngman, food editor at Food & Wine. Emma LaPeroux, author of Big Little Recipes and senior cooking editor at Bon Appetit, also points to the GUR spatula as the one to get behind. I grab it for scraping cake batter, shuffling scrambled eggs, and much, much more, LaPeroux says. In the 7 years I've owned mine, I've used it to make sheet pans worth of birthday cake, to caramelize onions, and for searing a steak on the cast iron. Because it's all silicone, I don't worry about using it on nonstick or enameled surfaces, and it hasn't peeled, warped, bent, or picked up weird smells. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.